Well, for more on this, we're now joined by the KwaZulu Natal ANC spokesperson, Nhlakanipho Ntombela. Thank you so much indeed for joining us and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Baba. How are you?
Very well indeed. Are you pleased with the way the conference has gone?
Well, we are very much pleased that this was our 10th regional conference we held as a province of KwaZulu Natal, and it was peaceful. A new leadership was duly elected on the day. There were no issues of tensions or any other matters which might have warranted what many observed in the previous conference of the province in the Eastern Cape. So we are on track to finish the outstanding regional conferences next week, and then start preparing for the provincial conference, which should be held early July in the province.
So the voting and the electing of the leadership was but one of the things that happened over the weekend. You also had a time to discuss the state of the party in the region and perhaps even think about a way forward. What came out of your discussions by and large?
Key amongst the discussion was one to congratulate the Richards Bay FC, the Rich Boys, which is a local team from Musa Dladla region, which won promotion to the PSL as we are concluding the conference today. But key also amongst the discussion was an honest reflection of what went wrong for us to lose almost all the municipalities who were leading in that region, as we are aware that the ANC was leading 4 out of the 5 municipalities. And we lost all of them, including the district. One of the things we identified were the weaknesses within the organization, but also one of the things we identified is that at some point as elected leadership, we tend to not listen to what the people are saying. So people taught us a lesson in the last election. The majority of our supporters did not come out in their numbers to vote. They did not vote for any other party because they wanted to make a political statement that the ANC, if you are not taking us seriously as your supporters, we will show you flames. And that's what happened. And that's what the conference discussed amongst others, to say that as we move forward, let us be mindful that we are elected to serve our people. Let us be mindful that the responsibilities given to us are not for us to thrive on, but are for us to service our people and deal with their matters as they are coming up as urgently as expected.
Or how are you going to set about winning people over once again? The IFP has made some pretty big inroads in this region.
The key thing, Peter, which we must make clear, if you do a proper analysis of the election results, is that the IFP did not make much inroads. If you calculate the number of the people who voted for the IFP versus the people who voted for the ANC, there was a serious decline on our electoral support because our supporters did not come out to vote for the ANC. For that, they were making a statement on the things they were unhappy about. Those are the matters we have said our branch must start working on as of now. Let us go back, revive our volunteer structures. Let us interact with our people. Let us listen to their problems. Let us be a solution and an ear to all of the challenges they are facing. Let us be always available whenever there is a crisis at hand in our communities. Let us not be found wanting and to be nowhere to be seen as a leadership collective which should be responsible to service our people, because if you leave that vacuum, any other political parties or opportunists will exploit those situations. Hence, we can observe in some of the areas, the elements of some of the organizations like Operation Tutula and others, is because there is a vacuum which we have created as a governing party in dealing with the matters which are of concern to our people. There is a message which has been brought forward to the ANC, and there is a message the ANC which has come out to say we have listened and we are going to correct how we do things now as we move forward.
Unity has been a theme that's been talked about for some time. And before the conference began, it looked as if there might have been mutterings of factions and also people accusing each other of all sorts of things, smear campaigns even. Do you think that with this election that some of these issues are behind you and that all of the members of your party in the region are on the same page now?
It will always be a given, Peter, that in the ANC it's a democratic organization, contest is allowed. And when you contest each other, there will be different views and opinions. What is key is that out of that outcome, all of those who have been contesting, those who have won that contest, must not be triumphalist in their approach and engagement. Those who would have lost in that conference must not be permanently aggrieved. What's the normal organizational process? What is key for all of us is to ensure that we always maintain unity and ensuring that organizational process will always come and go. This year, for example, we have gone for about 10 regional conferences. We are going for a provincial conference in November. In July, we are going for a national conference in December. So it's a given that in the ANC, almost every month now moving forward, someone somewhere will lose elections. So the question becomes that how do we handle that, those who would have emerged as victors, but also those who would have lost that election, to understand that's an internal organizational process. It does not mean the end of your existence as a leader of an organization and a member of an organization. Because even if you are not elected, you still have got organizational responsibilities which can be assigned on you to assist the organization to turn around the situation. Those are the issues we have said and agreed upon as membership of the ANC at the local level, even in Musa Dladla, that all of us, we've got the responsibility to help the organization to turn the corner as we move toward 2024.
What was the final message from the new regional chairperson to conference?
Well, the key message is that the conference has come and gone. A leadership has been elected, a leadership which all of us as supporters of the ANC, as members of the ANC in the region of Musa Dladla, King George, we must support. The key message is that let us go back to our structures, let us engage our membership, let us engage our supporters, because the key thing more than anything is that the people who determine the victory of the ANC is not only the ANC membership, it's the supporters. Those people who've got no membership card of the ANC, who've got no interest of joining the ANC, but who believe in the organization. Let us go back to those people, let us engage them, let us humble ourselves in our conduct and in our action. Let us also, most importantly, admit where we have done wrong and correct ourselves. Because in some instances, that arrogance posture we have taken had undermined our authority, has undermined the respect we held within our communities. The key message out of the conference is that let us never ever take for granted the support we get from our people, because they can determine how they support you as an organization through their vote. And if they are not satisfied, they will withhold their vote. Key for us is that they withhold their vote, did not give it to another party. So we've got the responsibility to go back and regain that trust for them to give us that vote again as we go towards 2024.
What can you tell us about the new chairperson and why you think that the region voted for this person?
Well, the key thing in the region is that the region lost almost all the municipalities it held. So Comrade had to make an introspection as to what happened, as to why that happened. Unfortunately, as the incumbent leadership, then you will bear the responsibility of any failure which happens during your term. So membership had that belief that the leadership which was there before did not do enough to help turn around the fortunes of the organization. Hence, they had that view that they must give a new collective, a new breed of individuals to try and turn the page for the organization and open a new page. So we firmly believe that Comrade Musa Cebekhulu, the chairperson of the region, Comrade Natal ANC as the secretary, Comrade P.W. Mhlongo as a deputy secretary, a deputy chairperson, Comrade Ubabegile and Comrade Simangam Kenge. It's a combination of young people, of activists who are coming from the workers, activists who are coming from the civic organization. So it's a well-blended structure which will be clear in understanding the issues, but more so in articulating the ANC perspective as we move forward.
All right, and that's where we'll leave it. Thank you very, very much indeed for joining us and giving us a reflection on this important conference that's just passed. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. All right, that was KwaZulu Natal's ANC spokesperson, Nhlakanipho Ntombela, speaking to us about the Musa Dladla, the conference that's just been held for the ANC.